Hello, my name is Kashira, and I'm coming on to answer the 4 questions um, for the video. The 4 questions. The first question was, I need to name 4 words that I would want for others to describe me as, and why, and the importance of those 4 words for the disposition of the teacher for the disposition of a teacher leader. So the 4 words I would say is resilient, collaborative, innovative, and also empathetic. I say resilient because I adapt and I'm real. Um, I guess I would say I would adapt to the challenges that I'm facing at the time as a teacher leader. In teacher leadership, resilience ensure that I can support both the colleagues and the students during the change or any type of difficulties. At the school that I am, we have so many times where we have to do a lot of changes because of behavior. We have to do a lot of changes for teachers that may not stay. So I would say I'm pretty resilient when it come down to being a teacher leader and being the leader the assistant leader on my hallway and also the leader in my department. I would say I'm collaborative. I value teamwork. I share decisions, decision making. Teachers, leaders foster strong professional communities by working alongside others. Anytime that you are collaborative with other people, getting their ideas, getting their opinions is really, really something that we all need as teacher leaders. I would say innovative, embracing new ideas. That's go along with being collaborative. When you collaborate, you pretty much open yourself up to, you know, understand other people's ideas, their strategies, their perspective. This keep teacher dynamics and encouraging colleagues to move beyond the traditional practice. Because when you collaborate and you're innovative, um, it brings in, other ideas and, open up much more doors that we may not know. And I say empathetic, the connection with the feelings and perspective of others, empathy for creating trust, promoting the school environment. It's just those are the 4 things that I feel like if you notice that most of those 4 words is dealing with not just self, it's dealing with collaborative or getting other people opinions or asking for help, not just being about self and leading just with about me. The importance of for teaching leadership disposition. These words reflect the balance of being persistent, teamwork, creativity, and caring. Qualities essential for leading peers, mentoring students, and guiding school-wide effectively. Okay. Question 2. The question 2 was in chapter 3, pages 44 through 45. What metaphor that will describe me as a teacher leader? So, well, metaphors, I have a couple of them. So I would say that I'm a bridge. I connect teachers, students, administrators, and families, making communication flow smoothly. When I first started getting into the school system, I was a parent facilitator, and I had to really, really talk to a lot of parents, also the teachers, also the students. I had to kind of teach the parents what the students was learning at the time. So definitely I would say that bridge, and that was starting my career. And I was actually on the leadership team, not knowing anything about teacher leadership at all, but that was my first leadership position in the school system. I would say a compass. I help guide colleagues toward sharing goals and school improvement, even when paths are unclear. The school that I work in, it's a lot of times that the teacher, they're frustrated. They may not understand what's going on. And me as being a leader, I have to be the person to guide. Although I like the collaboration, I like getting the opinions, but ultimately, when you're a leader, you have to ultimately make the decision. So I would say a compass, that person that guides colleagues. A mirror, I would say a mirror, the reflection of strength and other backs to them, helping peers recognize their value and potential. A good leader always create leaders, if that makes any sense. Those that are following at the time when you're leading them, you want them to see you do so well to the point that they are going to be in leadership one day also. These are the metaphors that I captured when it come down to me. So I would say a bridge, a compass, and a mirror. Okay. Question 3. In question 3, it was in chapter 4, exploring the thinking skills of metacognitive, cognitive, hold on. Let me get it right. Calm down. Exploring the thinking skills of metacognitive. Working with others as a teacher leader. Why do we feel that it is so essential to develop, enhance, and strengthen your own skills as they relate to your school environment? Okay, so I would say thinking about thinking. It is essential for me as a teacher leader because it pushes me to reflect on my decision, teacher practices, and leadership strategies by strengthening my own metacognitive or metacognitive. Model reflection practice for colleagues and students, showing how to examine choices and outcome. Enhancing collaboration by being aware of my thoughts, possession while solving problems with others, and avoid bias or quick judgment. That's something that you have to make sure that you're not avoiding bias and quick judgment by pausing and analyzing my reasoning before making leadership decisions. Also promotes continuous improvement by asking what works, what didn't, how can we adjust. These are some of the things that you ask when it comes down to teacher leadership. In my school environment, these skills ensure that I remain intentional and adaptive, and which builds credibility and trust with both the peers and also the administrators. Teacher leadership is something that is very, very, I wouldn't say it's hard, but it's something that it's something that you know you want to be able to do and you want to be effectively of doing it. Okay. So last question. Question 4 was in chapter 4, pages 59 through 61. Which generation are you in reference to? Page 61. Review the chart. What strength does the other generation possesses that makes them unique, that will help the group if there is a task given by the principal? Well, my generation is go to my response. I am a millennial generation, okay? And that's because I was born in 1985. So I'll be 40 this year. I know we probably weren't supposed to give out that age, but as a millennial teacher, I bring strength as far as collaboration and also teamwork. That collaboration is just something that I just love to do. I'm not about self. I definitely love to lead, but I also want some feedback and some help from my colleagues. And especially when your back is against the wall. Collaboration and teamwork. Group settings, values, spread the leadership. Give different tasks for those upcoming leaders that are following. Value of diversity, embracing equal and multiple perspective, which strengthen the school culture. Definitely, we got to value the diversity. We definitely do, because this definitely a lot of diversity that's going on. Commitment to growth and feedback. I see opportunities for learning and professional development. Okay. Now, what do I think I would gain from the other generations, the baby boomers, which are those people from 1946 to 1964, pretty much my grandmother to my mom. They bring loyalty, that strong work ethics. They're pretty much consistency in commitment, long-term goals. They just bring that wisdom to the whatever task that we may come. They're gonna give that traditional or what worked back in the day, and hopefully that it still works now. And sometimes it will work, sometimes it don't work. And those are called our baby boomers. And generation X, or those 1965 to 1980, which could be possibly still be my mom-ish, up into someone that could be possibly my sister. Knowing the independency, and they provide balance and grounded perspective, often serve as problem solvers in the group. They definitely gonna know exactly what to be done at that time. So they kind of put you like right there, not the millennium, but not the baby boomers. And then the other ones are generational X, which is 1970 and later. These are the babies of the group. They the people, the modern day people, digital natives who are highly creative. They definitely know what to do, how to do it in this moment in time and above. They very, very sociable, awareing. They social media addicts. They keep the team focused on what's going on right now. They try not to make us keep going to the back with that tradition, and because most of the time in leadership, you want to know what's going on right now, so that you can be able to stay afloat. What's going on right now in the world. So, how this will help with the principal task. As a millennial teacher leader, my collaborative nature and comfort with technology allow me to lead effectively. At the same time, I can lean on the baby boomers for the wisdom and dedication, the Generation X for the problem solving and independency, and the Generation of Z for the tech fluency. Together, all these generations will be strengthened to create a dynamic team that is well prepared to meet the demands of that is set for the principal. Thank you so much. I am really, really enjoying this class. I love the questions that are being thrown, and I love being able to answer those questions. Thank you.